Good morning, New Beginnings. It's me, Pastor Danish House. Today is Monday, August 31st, 2020. Thank you so much for joining me for this daily update and devotional video. I'm glad you decided to make me part of your life today, and I am delighted that you are part of my life as well. I want to say thank you so much to Joel Van Heemst for doing such a great job with the daily devotional videos while I was on vacation. I have only had the chance to see the first week of them so far. I'm going to watch the second week shortly, but I just was really blessed by his explorations of the book of John. And what a wonderful job you did. Thank you, Joel. You're awesome. Love you very much, and I'm so glad that you're part of our team here at New Beginnings. It's wonderful to be your friend and to be your pastor. So I've been on vacation, and Joel's been filling in on the devotional front for me. On the church services, Elvis Gian preached 2 Sundays ago, and yesterday Zach Justice preached. I haven't had a chance to see either of their sermons yet. While I'm on vacation, I'm not allowed to watch the New Beginnings live stream. I'm supposed to unplug completely from my work. So I was not able to do that. But it's been a good vacation, and my first week of vacation was largely spent driving my daughter to and fro. She was rehearsing for a production of Guys and Dolls at the Rhinebeck Performing Arts Center, or Center for the Performing Arts. And she did a great job. It was a wonderful time. I got a little sunburned. The productions were outside and socially distanced, masked, things like that. And they were fantastic, though. And I've never seen Guys and Dolls all the way through, so that was great to see that production. She did a wonderful job. So the first week was largely spent doing that. The second week of vacation, this last week, was much more sort of just chilling out. My wife and daughter and I got to go away for 2 nights to a camping vacation. And that was a lot of fun. It was a little rainy. If you saw my photos on Facebook, it was a little rainy, but we got to cook out on a campfire a couple nights. We went on a nice hike. We did some kayaking. And just spent wonderful time together. It was really, really great. My son was not able to come with us because of his job, had hours that were scheduled, but he had a good time being home and sort of running the household on his own, and that's cool and good practice for the future. So it was a very restful time, and I appreciate the time to take a break, to unplug, and to recharge. That's my topic for today. Oh, I'm sorry, announcements. Yeah, the only church function that's happening today is an elder board meeting tonight at 7 o'clock by Zoom. An elder board meeting today at 7 o'clock by Zoom. Pray for the elders as we are discussing important matters and looking to the future. Probably the big thing for me this week is going to be preparing for our outdoor worship service this upcoming Sunday at 35 DeGarmo Road. It's going to be at 9 o'clock a.m. And we're going to have restroom facilities that'll be there, and we're going to have a great time under a big tent doing an outdoor worship service this Sunday at 9 o'clock. It'll be a great time. We do hope and we expect to have it broadcast also on live stream and Facebook Live. So if you need to use one of those ways, feel free to do so. But one of the benefits of having the worship service outside is that it reduces the risk of COVID transmission almost to zero. So it's a great time to come on out and let's be together. We'll be practicing social distancing. We'll still do the masking, but it'll be a refreshing time of worship together. I hope and I pray. Actually, I shared an article today on the church Facebook page from studies that have been done on Catholic congregations have determined that if we follow the social distancing and masking guidelines and hand washing, then church is not a super spreader event. It's when you don't follow those precautions that bad things can happen. So here at New Beginnings, of course, we're following those precautions. We're maintaining social distance, we're masking, doing sanitizing efforts. And so I want to welcome you all back to church whenever you're able. But this Sunday especially, we're going to be outdoors, and the risk of COVID transmission will be virtually nil. So look forward to seeing many of you, maybe for the first time in months, at our outdoor worship service this Sunday at 9 a.m. at 35 DeGarmo Road. So yeah, my topic this week is going to be on spiritual refreshment. I have been spiritually refreshed over the last 2 weeks. It's been a good time of listening to the Lord and just taking time to be with God. Being on vacation is not a time to be away from God. I'm on vacation from my relationship with Jesus. But it's just a time of vacation away from my work. And one of the passages that has stood out to me during this vacation time is Psalm 1, actually the first Psalm. Here's what it says: "Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish." This Wednesday, we're going to be starting up, Wednesday evening, we're going to be starting up our end times Bible study. And this psalm has a little end times edge to it, right? What does it say? It says, "Therefore, because the wicked are not like trees planted beside streams of water, because the wicked plant themselves in the seat of scoffers, because the wicked plant themselves in the counsel of other wicked people. They stand in the way of sinners. Because the wicked do those things, the wicked will not stand in the judgment," it says in verse 5. The wicked will not stand in the judgment, but the righteous will. The righteous person is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. What does it mean to be like a tree planted by streams of water? Well, the psalmist says in verse 2 that the delight of the righteous, is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. One of the things that we encourage here at New Beginnings is to spend time with the Lord at multiple points throughout the day. We call it the daily office, and it's a chance for us to basically punctuate our day with times of focusing on the Lord, to meditate on the law of the Lord day and night. Over the course of my vacation, I was able to replace a book that I lost in the fire called Hour by Hour, and it's a daily office guide, and I've been using it during my vacation. It's been very helpful to me. In the Hour by Hour devotional, it has 4 offices for each day. There's one that you do early morning, right when you wake up. There's one that you do at noon, one in the evening, and one just before you go to bed. And I can't say that I've done all 4 every day, but I've done 4 many days, and I've done 3 even more, and 2 almost all of those days. And it's been wonderful to return to the habits of the daily office. I'd gotten away from it because of the busyness of life, and also just weariness in my own soul, which is interesting. Why would you get away from the thing that refreshes you when you're weary? That's one of the weird things about human life, I suppose. Certainly one of the weird things about my life. But it's been good getting back into the daily office, and refreshing getting back into the daily office. The one I do in the morning, first thing, is about 15-20 minutes. It's a series of prayers, reading of scripture, some free prayer, meditating on the law, and it's about 15 to 20 minutes. I spend a bigger chunk of time then. But the one I do at noon is less than 5 minutes. Same thing in the evening, but just before I go to bed, it's only a couple of minutes. But at those brief times of punctuating my day enables me to meditate on the law of the Lord day and night. It keeps God's word in front of my mind all day long. And that has been really refreshing. I'm not saying that's something that you have to do, but I'm just holding that out as an example of what I've been doing this vacation that has spiritually refreshed me. And I hope that at this time of headed back to school now and here in September, this time of craziness in our world around us with violence and looting and elections and all sorts of awfulness on the internet and elsewhere, that you would not walk in the counsel of the wicked, that you would not sit in the way of sinners or sit in the seat of scoffers, but rather you would allow the Lord to be on your mind and in your heart, that the law of the Lord would be the thing that you plug into during this time, and that that would be like streams of water, nourishing and refreshing you day by day. Hey, New Beginnings, I love you very much. Let's go to the Lord in prayer right now. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for your work in our lives. Thank you for the vacation that I have been able to have and the chance that I've had to really refocus on what's important, spending time with you and keeping your law at the forefront of my mind day and night. God, I lift up every person here listening to this video, watching this video. Pray that you would refresh them, that you would encourage them, Lord, and that they would find their way of plugging in to you, their way of planting themselves by the streams of water, so they might be refreshed by you, they might be encouraged by you, that they might be fed by you in every way. Lord, I pray for those among us who are sick, those among us who are in need of financial resources, those who are struggling emotionally, those who are struggling relationally. Lord, I pray that you would be their shepherd, their guide, that you would be their stream of water, feeding and nourishing them at this time. I pray for our upcoming End Times Bible study starting on Wednesday nights. I pray for our outdoor service on Sunday, that through these things that people would be refreshed and blessed and encouraged, and that you might be glorified in all that we say and do. Lord, we love you and we trust you and we give ourselves to you. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, thanks, New Beginnings. I love you very much. Thanks for joining me for this daily update and devotional video. I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow.